Next, we have a movie called Cold Storage that came out in February, of this year. The plot of this movie is very simple. There was this virus that they found and contained and they put in some storage, cold storage, and later on a storage facility was built on it, and now we have an outbreak. It stars Georgina Campbell from the Barbarian movie, as well as Joe Keery from Stranger Things, and Liam Neeson, of all people, is in this movie. And this is a very run-of-the-mill, one of those movies that you play in the background and it's not going to bother you. Every time you just pop your head in, you'll see something funny. Other than that, there's not much to it. But I will admit, while I was watching it, I was entertained and I was not bored. And it's a very short movie. Again, I like when these movies, if you're not going to make a very, very interesting or deep, thought-provoking movie with a lot to it, I'm glad that it's short. But it gets to the point, it doesn't waste time, and the performances of the cast are okay enough. The cast of characters were not super interesting, but not super dull at the same time. Nobody really stood out. Nobody was really the weak link. I can say that. It's very, middle of the way. I did think that Joe Keery's character did speak for the sake of speaking and didn't have much to his dialogue. He is a person that gets very nervous and he starts speaking a lot. And I thought maybe he would be funny in his dialogue, but the dialogue wasn't that funny. The dialogue in general was just okay. But the best part of this movie is definitely when the virus breaks out and you have all these shenanigans happen, and the way the virus looks is very disgusting. It's got that Last of Us spores, green bile goo going everywhere, and then once it gets on you, hasta lasagna, don't get any on ya. But I will say one of the funniest lines in this movie is when the virus is wanting to spread, because that's the only thing that it wants to do. It wants to spread. And literally, there was a person who's infected who goes, "Open your mouth. I want to throw up in it." That was a good line. That was a good line. That one made me laugh real good. Overall, it's a very simple movie. There's a virus, it wants to spread. Our heroes in the movie have to contain it. The best way I can surmise it is that there are some movies that are super malignant. This movie is just kind of benign. No harm, no foul. And to give this movie its a rating, I would say relax, don't get up, wait for the stream. It's kind of annoying that nowadays we just have movies that are good enough to put on a streaming service. Back in the day, every movie used to be put in the theater. You would go watch it and you would say, go to the theater or don't go to the theater. Now it's wait for it to stream. It's that kind of movie. It's a streaming movie. Crazy times we live in, huh?